Hello everyone, hello sir, we are back again with another video, and for today's video we are going to discuss and enumerate the proper mooring and anchoring procedures and sequence. So as a quick recap, we already have discussed about the principles of ship handling, turning circle, and the effects of the wind, current, squat to the ship handling of the vessel. So for today's discussion, our intended learning outcome is that at the end of the discussion, we will be able to, number one, enumerate the proper procedure of anchoring and mooring. Number two is that we'll be able to know the right sequence in mooring and anchoring. For starters, what is mooring and anchoring? Mooring is an act of making fast a boat or aircraft with lines or anchors. On the other hand, anchoring is to hold a ship in place in the water by an anchor. So basically, these two terms actually shares the same purpose, to hold a ship. However, the difference between the two is that mooring is done uses a specific place to moor, which in bollards can be used to attach the lines. On the other hand, anchoring uses just anchors to be dropped down the water so that the ship would be held in place.
Good day everyone, I am Deck Cadet Gisino, and together with my group mates, we will discuss about the 10 important points to consider with mooring. First, don't allow any extra crew member on the deck. Ensure that no extra personnel are present in the mooring station except those who are involved in the operation. Anyone who is not assisting in the mooring operation must be asked to leave the mooring station for his or her and other safety. Second, consider weather condition. Before planning the mooring operation, consider the weather condition by taking factors such as wind and current. The ship's master and responsible officer must have the details of current and future weather data before commencing the mooring operation. That's all for my topic.
I am Cudito Bregoso, and I'm here to report the important points to consider with mooring. Number 3, knowledge of the snapback zone and rope bight. All personnel involved with the mooring operation should be aware of the snapback zone and rope bight. Number 4, check all mooring equipments. Check all the equipments, mooring, winch, drums, windlass, etc. involved in the mooring operation for any kind of problem. Proper routine maintenance is the key to ensure smooth running of mooring equipments and system. Number 5, check the tail of the mooring line. If the mooring wire line is provided with tail, short length of synthetic fiber rope which is placed in series in the vessel winch mounted wires to decrease mooring stiffness and thus to reduce peak line loads and fatigue due to vessel motion. Ensure same size and material of tails are used for all lines in the same service. Breast, spring, and headlines. Different tail size and materials would lead to uneven load in the mooring.
Number 9. Keep a continuous check. Load on the mooring lines must be checked continuously even after mooring operation is over. If there is any change in the ship's ballast condition, the lines must be slacked or tightened accordingly. The condition of the rope materials should also be checked to foresee unfortunate accidents. Number 10. Arrange mooring lines symmetrical. All mooring lines must be arranged as symmetrical as possible with the breast line. The breast line should be perpendicular to the longitudinal center line of the ship, and the spring line should be parallel to the longitudinal central line. The above mentioned list is an exhaustive one but does not cover all important points that must be taken care of without fail during mooring operation. Do you know any other important points that must be considered during mooring operation to ensure smooth operations and safety of crew personnel? Let us know in the comments below.
So good day, I'm Dick Cadit Lucernas. Today we'll continue the 10 importance of mooring. So number 9 is keep a continuous check. Load on the mooring lines must be checked continuously even after the mooring operation is over. If there is any change in the ship's ballast condition, the lines must be slacked or tightened accordingly. The condition of the rope material should also be checked to foresee unfortunate accidents. Number 10. Arrange mooring lines symmetrical. All mooring line must be arranged as symmetrical as possible with the breast line. The breast line should be perpendicular to the longitudinal center line of the ship, and the spring line should be parallel to the longitudinal center line. The above mentioned list is not exhaustive one, but does cover all the important points that must be taken care of failed during mooring operations. Do you know any other important points that must be considered during mooring operations to ensure smooth operation and safety of crew personnel? So, thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Kurt Muskin and I'm going to report methods of mooring operation. Stern to, bow to, mooring. Stern to is stern to mid-mooring is one of those procedures where the crew has to work very fast and prepared for variation to keep control of the boat. The captain can put the boat in forwarding motion once the backlines are used to thruster. So next is bow to. The bow initially is mid to cant towards the berth and the starboard anchor is laid to go in that position. After this, the engines are run astern and the port anchor is let go to the sign spot. So, ito siya methods of mooring operation.
Good day, sir. I'm the Cadet Joseph A. Snalo. So, unmooring. The unmooring service is understood as the service whose object is to release and cast off the lines of a vessel from the fixtures to which it is moored. Following sequence and the instruction should issued by the captain and without affecting the mooring conditions and contiguous vessel. So the effect of unmooring is wind, current, and tides. Any of this can affect movement of the ship. Excessive strain can be put on the mooring lines, and this may cause them a break. Pay particular attention to the snapback zones and vessel movement during mooring operations in this condition. And last is, do not stand near in the bollard or hook because it may lead you to any bad accident. And tips for the unmooring or mooring lines is, don't allow any extra crew member on deck. Check all the mooring lines, equipment, and check the tail of mooring line. Fourth is tend one line at a time. Next is keep a check on mooring line load. Next, avoid mixed mooring. Next, keep a continuous check. And last is arrange the mooring lines symmetrically. Thank you, sir. Good day, sir. I'm the Cadet Joseph A. Snalo. So, unmooring. The unmooring service is understood as the service whose object is to release and cast off the lines of a vessel from the fixtures to which it is moored. Following sequence and the instruction should issued by the captain and without affecting the mooring conditions and contiguous vessel. So the effect of unmooring is wind, current, and tides. Any of this can affect movement of the ship. Excessive strain can be put on the mooring lines, and this may cause them a break. Pay particular attention to the snapback zones and vessel movement during mooring operations in this condition. And last is, do not stand near in the bollard or hook because it may lead you to any bad accident. And tips for the unmooring or mooring lines is, don't allow any extra crew member on deck. Check all the mooring lines, equipment, and check the tail of mooring line. Fourth is tend one line at a time. Next is keep a check on mooring line load. Next, avoid mixed mooring. Next, keep a continuous check. And last is arrange the mooring lines symmetrically. Thank you, sir.
So good day everyone, I'm the Cadet Laurosin Christian. So I report about mooring operation manual. So 5.3.15. Once a mooring rope has been placed on the bollard, keep well clear while the ship heaves the line taut. Be aware that should the line part, it can whiplash anywhere across the dock, causing severe injury or even death. Next, sudden tension applied to a rope, either by ship's winch or movement of the ship by surging or listing, can cause the rope to snake without parting. Anyone in the near vicinity putting another rope on the same bollard can be dealt a severe blow. Next, wire ropes are notorious for springing, where broken fibers protrude out along the wire rope, but in particular, areas susceptible to the most spaging occurs at the eye and at the splice. These sprags can inflict injuries and can even penetrate gloves. Next, ensure that when hauling ropes, assure you are not walking into danger. Be aware of what is around you. Next, if an excessive load comes onto the rope and it is being handled, let it go. Do not attempt to hold it back. Warn all team members immediately of the need to let go the mooring rope in ocean. Next, should any line become sucked into thrusters or the ship's propeller, tension will come on very quickly and the line should be immediately dropped to prevent any personnel being dragged into the water. Next, never hold any rope by the crown of the eye when placing the eye on a bollard or hook. Always hold the rope by the side of the eye or the standing part and throw the eye over the bollard or hook. Never let your hand or fingers get between the rope and the bollard. Next, when the eye of the rope has been placed on the bollard, tell the person or persons holding the weight to let go. Ensure messenger or tail and heaving lines are clear of working area near bollard. Next, never allow yourself or others to get trapped between a rope and a fixed object. And lastly, never stand in or allow others to stand in a loop or bight of any rope. That's all.